Hello everyone, this is Hakaym and welcome back to some more Rule the Warships, and I'm back finally. And actually, if you're kind of paying attention to my channel, I've actually been back recording videos for the past couple days, but I'm back finally doing a Rule the Warships video. So if anyone has not been watching any of my other videos, as I explained in them, the reason why you really haven't seen me in the past couple weeks pretty much comes down to life stuff. I had a job interview in Dallas that was very short notice, and I had a crap ton of stuff I had to do before I went. And when I went, which was on Saturday, it was I had to leave at 2 o'clock in the morning. Was running on about 4 hours of sleep. And that took up most of my day. Got home very, very late that night. And Sunday, still had more stuff to do, as well as Monday, still had more stuff to do. And yeah, so that's pretty much where I've been. Hopefully things will get kind of back to normal. That's what I'm kind of hoping for. And today we're showing a video in the Tirpitz. Tirpitz, I do really love the Tirpitz. I think it's a fun tier 8 premium ship. It's been around for a long, long time. As many people are well aware, the Tirpitz, for very good reason. So the main gimmick of the ship was her secondaries. No, sorry. Main gimmick of the ship was her torpedoes. I should correct that. Because her secondaries didn't really get buffed till later when the German battleships really started to roll out. I should also point out I am joined with... well, he was named No Game. He's been on my channel before. He's in the Vladivostok, and I probably mispronounced that horribly wrong. And I'm also joined with Flame in the Implacable, mostly a tier 8. And as you can see, it's a double CV battle, which kind of sucks. But surprisingly, I actually didn't really see much of the CVs during this battle, which was kind of amusing because Tirpitz A is decent. But it's not overly impressive. I've gone against some Bismarcks and Tirpitz. Their A is good, but not that amazing. So starting off, we are playing Domination. And what's really amusing about this very first part of the battle is these two ships, these two battleships of Massachusetts and North Carolina. And Massachusetts, it's the counterpart to the Bismarck and Tirpitz. It has really good secondaries that actually can hurt quite a bit. So yeah, you really got to be careful with Massachusetts. Can definitely chew you up. Now, showing a lot of broadside. Benefit of the Tirpitz is she does have that turtleback armor, which does limit any citadels at long or at short ranges, but not so much at long ranges. But she does eat pens quite easily, and we did actually get kind of a decent hit there. And this is kind of a questionable situation these battleships are putting themselves in. There's actually 4 destroyers on each team. Granted, there are carriers, and granted, the 2 battleships are well aware that there is, in fact, a destroyer or 2 in the B-cap, concerning it was captured and the CVs were, in fact, spotting them. But instead, they decided to charge in, and I'm currently kiting. It's actually not a bad idea. My secondaries are really racking up the damage, and finally get a fire, because those 2 battleships have been eating quite a bit of torpedoes since they were trying to push in. So they are definitely starting to go down, getting another fire on that Massachusetts. Even though the Massachusetts does have a really good damage control, this focus fire is definitely not where it's at. Now the guns on the Tirpitz, they're hit and miss for me, as we just got the kill, but our secondaries nearly got it. It was actually, I believe, the fire that killed it, which was unfortunate. We didn't get actually a close quarter expert. So guns are definitely hit and miss, literally. They do struggle at greater ranges, but shorter ranges, more than likely you're going to actually land your shells with little issue. That's kind of the benefit of the German battleships. is the fact that they are great brawlers. Now, with the fact that there's Russian battleships coming out, is going to make things definitely a lot more interesting, because the Russian battleships, close range, their accuracy on their main turrets are fantastic. They have fairly decent, actually have fairly good secondaries. So overall, and as I just had a voice crack there, overall, definitely going to be interesting, but the downside of the Russian battleships is they have that very squishy side, very squishy, so they really do have to be careful with dealing with that. Now, the current situation with this battle is, well, our northeastern side has pretty much failed. The only ship that's over there currently is our Vlad, who is no game, and he's facing, it looks like, almost all the destroyers. Don't know why all the destroyers went up to that one direction, because it allowed our destroyers to cap be with little issue. And so, don't really know why. So, no game is definitely very much in a kind of a pickle. He also did rename his user account as Ryogi, but I'm going to be using it as No Game, because that's what I'm actually kind of custom when playing with him. So we're starting to push up, trying to be aggressive. 2 battleships behind us, not so much. They're kind of being passive. I believe even our carrier is actually ahead of the Queen Elizabeth and tied with our friendly North Carolina. So definitely would recommend our battleship should be a little bit more aggressive, especially considering where we know where all the destroyers are. Leon is a great tier 7 battleship here, but even this broadside, fortunately for him, it's a Tirpitz, and its main guns kinda are finicky, so overall not bad. But we're getting the secondaries, which is the fun thing about the Tirpitz. This is why I like the Tirpitz. Scharnhorst kinda has it, but it's not as good as the Tirpitz and the Bismarck. Really do like the Tirpitz. I'm slowing up. Gonna let my secondaries do as much damage as possible. Get a nice big O hit there. 10,000 points of damage. Fuso definitely wants our bacon, and yeah, you can see that he's just loitering there. So I am slowing up. I'm gonna use this island as cover, because there is, in fact, still that Leon who can do pretty substantial amount of damage. But this Fuso now is probably realizing his mistake. Does realize that we have switched targets. Get a nice big chunk of damage there. Secondaries are starting to rip him a new one. And yeah, I love the Tirpitz. I really do. So definitely going to try to focus him down. Now, unfortunately for us, we've lost control of the eastern side. We've lost No Game. We've lost the DD that was protecting us, and we're currently down to 2 DDs, and get a Citadel and our second kill of the game with a close quarter expert. I always enjoy getting a close quarter expert at 10.8 kilometers. It just makes you feel so good inside. Really, really does. So at the moment, we're gonna kind of push forward. Now, one thing I will have to say. Oh, this is amusing. Haida pops up, pops smoke screen, and one amusing thing about the Tirpitz versus the Bismarck is she does have torpedoes, and they are a 6-kilometer range torpedoes. Now that is a Haida, and if memory serves me, Haida does have hydro. I might be entirely wrong. It's been a little while since I've actually played the Haida. I'm kind of certain that she does. Might be wrong on this. Gets detected, is outside of the smoke screen. Secondaries do land a decent amount, well, couple hits. But torpedoes actually managed to land on the Haida, cause a flooding, and fortunately for him, he does have damage control. But the fact that the Tirpitz actually lands a torpedo hit on a destroyer at over 6-kilometer range is just very amusing. Now, Flame does get a little aggressive. He's actually almost right behind us, only a few kilometers behind us. Fortunately, we do get hit by the Haida. I guess it's retribution. It does cause a fire, and that does mean we're kind of susceptible to any fires. But fortunately, we do have a heal. We have actually plenty of amounts of heal left. But our Fushun, who has decided to go after the Lexington, has gone down to the secondaries of the Lexington and is no longer spawning him. Fortunately for myself, we are going to get assistance by the Enterprise and also by Flame and the Implacable, which is really going to be beneficial because, well, yeah, that's the Lexington, and I really don't want to fire. So double fighters above us, our fighters on cooldown, and definitely don't really want to be that aggressive right now. Akatsuki is detected and well within secondaries. I just love the secondaries on the Tirpitz. It's so much fun. And you actually get a decent hit, double hits there, knocked off almost 2.3k from his health. Shikaku is dropping us, I believe. Actually, I believe it's the Queen Elizabeth he's gonna hit. Did he actually drop those torpedoes? I'm actually kind of curious. Akatsuki is once again detected, and oh, there's those torpedoes. Yeah, that Queen Elizabeth is sailing straight, dodges those torpedoes that were shot by the enemy Shikaku, and now the Shikaku is dropping us, but fortunately we're gonna be able to at least dodge these torpedoes with relative ease. It does look like he did drop them from a little bit further back than what I would have anticipated. So, fortunately for us, we're going to survive a little bit longer. But we're also kind of out of position. The enemy team has 2 caps. We are fortunately ahead. But we're going to see if we can try to help out against this Vladivostok. I'm still probably mispronouncing that name. Now, once again, Vladivostok, its guns are amazing. However, they kind of suck at long range. They do hit hard, don't get me wrong, but their dispersion kind of goes all wonky. I'm actually kind of curious. Does manage to land a hit on us, but not a lot in the amount of damage. And that Vlad is definitely feeling the pain. Does get hit by our friendly CVs. And at that time, we realize the Augury is currently chasing our Enterprise down. Actually, the Enterprise, I don't understand his positioning. He probably should definitely have been moving a lot quicker because that southern section is definitely a lot more exposed, to say the very least. But fortunately for us, the Augury, or better yet, fortunately for him, the Augury is focusing on us instead of actually the Enterprise. Actually, nope. Oh, he actually spotted the Enterprise and is starting to focus it down. But now we're going to be aggressive, and this is where it gets a little fun, because a Gade also decides to show up, which I never really liked the Gade, honestly, to truth be told. It was never particularly a fan favorite of mine, but we'll see how it goes. So, Augury selling broadside. Of course, we're not going to get a Citadel, we're just going to get overpans, and Tirpitz dispersion kind of goes all wonky. Oh, never mind, there is a Citadel, and that is Confederate for us. And once again, Gade is still hanging around, trying to cap out, is probably going to use his smokescreen. Managed to hit him with our secondaries and reset the cap. And once again, this is the fun thing about the German battleships, is just those secondaries. And obviously, Gade does have torpedoes. We do have to be a little bit careful. But the enemy team really has to do something. They're about to lose. We're at 945 points captured. And I thought about dropping my torpedoes, but I thought it might be a much better idea to save them just in case I miss. And just in case that Gade somehow manages to survive without getting killed. So yeah, we're going to save our torpedoes just for a little bit. Fire is going to go down. That is my last heal, so I have no more opportunity to recover my health. But in essence, this game's pretty much in the bag. All that's left is this Gade. North Carolina is still chasing down those CVs, those pesky CVs. But this Gade finally is going to have to move out. The smoke is possibly just dissipating, and well, yeah, dispersion could have been better, but secondaries should save me. Secondaries should, save me. Come on, secondaries. There we go, close quarter expert, and that is game. So that's going to be it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you like what you saw, hit the like and subscribe button. You guys have a great and fantastic day. Zai Jen.